introduction?
Not here. Okay. How about now? Okay. Now it should work. I'm sorry for that, guys. We're gonna start again. There was some issues on our end, indeed. So hi again. My name is Dana. I am a second-year master's student at the Faculty of Aerospace Engineering here at UW.
My name is Ellen. I am also a second-year master's student, but at the Faculty of IDE, doing Design for Interaction. Hopefully you guys recognize us from last week. If you don't, you can watch the live from last week about moving to Netherlands and about studying at UW. This one focuses more about IP, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We have our colleague here, Anush, who you saw.
We'll see you again right now. Back to us. All right, and yeah, we're gonna get a little deeper into what we want to do for the IP, about the schedule, the events that are gonna happen, what do you need to know, what to bring, what not to bring, how to basically best prepare yourself for this whole experience.
Yes.
And we're also gonna take questions from the chat if they are directly related to what we're talking in that moment. So just please ask us anything that you'd like to know.
Yes.
And we can start. Perfect. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the IP elements. So do you want to start?
Yeah. So there's three main kind of ways that we communicate. One is the IP social app. Then there's the IP Brightspace course, which you should be gaining access to in the first week of August. And then, of course, is the IP on-campus event, which we recommend for everyone to go. Registration closes soon, so do sign up now.
Yeah. All right.
So I thought first we'd discuss a little bit about the difference between the faculty introduction and IP. I know that this is a question probably a lot of you have, and we recommend going to both. So mainly for IP, we focus on introducing you to all elements of being a student. That's social, getting to know a lot of the associations, getting to know a lot of people. So we mix people from different faculties. And you, at least from my experience and from a lot of people's experience, you get lifelong Delft-long friends.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice moment to get to know people from various faculties, to get to know all of the campus. Because I know in my faculty introduction, we only walked through our faculty. We didn't get to know the TU Delft campus as a whole, but in IP, we really focus on that as well. Compared to the faculty introduction?
Yeah, I would say in the faculty introduction, it's more of an introduction to your specific study program, your profile, the decisions that you have to do in terms of choosing courses, deadlines when it comes to choosing your track or your specialization. This is how it is for me, for example. Because I'm doing the aerospace structures and material track with then a profile in structures for space. So it's like a long-winded thing that you don't really know that well what it means beforehand. And they basically explain to you everything that you need to know, everything that you have to do. They show you the faculty itself, if there are any fun activities that you can do there, but it limits itself to the faculty and to your profile or specialization. And it is very nice because it introduces you to a lot of information that you otherwise don't really know.
Yeah.
So that's why we mostly recommend going to both, because they have two different objectives, and I feel like they're both important.
No, for sure. And the faculty introduction really does focus more on the academic side.
Exactly.
And it does introduce you to some fun elements in the faculty, but that's quite limited. And getting to IP and understanding that the campus is quite big, and actually you can get to know people from all faculties. It's quite a good opportunity.
Exactly. And the thing is that we prepared it in such a way that you can enjoy some places that you otherwise won't really see. Exactly. This was at least how it was for me. Like, for example, the botanical garden. It's so beautiful. It's so nice. but I never actually really get time to go there and spend some time. So the only actual time I was there was during the IP. And it was nice because I know it exists, and if I really want to go there, I can. I know this place is there, and it's beautiful, but you know.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
I see we have one question in the chat from Domenico. So, hi, is it correct that being an international student from Italy, I need neither a visa or a study permit, nor an additional insurance coverage other than the one that comes with my European citizenship? That's correct, but you're gonna have to apply for the European health insurance card, and only once you get that, you can say that you're fully insured and right in that way. And you can add on top of that some additional insurance through the international insurance service here at UDelft, but that's just an extra. Shreya is asking actually a very good question that I really wanted to address. So, hi, is the IP and the OA one and the same? And if yes, then do we get to participate in all the activities in the introduction program or just some activities that are specifically for master students? So, okay, the introduction program is basically the equivalent of OA, but for master students. So, the OA is for bachelor mostly. It's in Dutch mostly as well, if I understand. While the IP is aimed at specifically international master students or exchange students or bridging students, but in general master students. So all of the elements that you're going to see today in the schedule, we would love if you can participate to all of them. That's our objective. But yes, you can participate to as many or as little as you want in the IP. And for the OA, we also have a couple of collaborative events. So you can also go to some events there. But you're going to have to check the schedule to see what you're going to miss at the IP. But yes, just to make a conclusion out of this is basically that there are two different programs. OAs for bachelor, IPs for masters, and you can participate in some elements of the OA that we collaborate together on. That's the short version.
And a lot of the information will be available on the Tactile app, the social app, which we will explain a little bit. And we will post a lot of things on social media, so it's good to follow us there as well. You will get more information. So we will explain more, and most of the elements that are available for you guys, they will be available on these social media platforms, so you will be able to find them.
All right, perfect. I'm glad that answered your question, so I think we can move forward.
It's a confusing question for a lot of people.
It is
difficult to address, so we're happy that you brought it up.
It's right. I had the same confusion actually when I came to the TU Delft, because I really didn't know what OA was and what's happening and why am I not invited to it. I actually felt a little offended, you know. But it's just how it is, you know. All right, we can move forward.
Yes.
And talk a little bit about the social app, the Tactile app that Erin was mentioning before.
So this is the official app of the IP. You can download it in Play Store and in App Store. You can use it on your phone or on your computer. Basically, it gives you an overview of the events possible. It gives an overview of different things like student life in Delft, understanding what associations, different things with living in Delft, the house rules for IP, and the access, it will be live from the 4th of August. So sign up, and then everything will be live on the 4th of August, and then you can understand more about living in the Netherlands, about the IP, and all the events. And I'll go through some of the more important pages now.
Yes, I see that we've got a little question here. Standing on business asked us. It's a nice username. I still haven't yet been able to get an apartment. I'm trying, but I'm not sure if I will be able to arrange it by the time the IP starts. However, I really want to. Could you suggest a possible solution? So, the TU Delft recommends to not come if you have not found an apartment before the start of your studies. And this is just a personal thing, but I also found my apartment right after IP. So this is a personal suggestion, not a professional suggestion. So take it with a grain of salt. But I think once you are here and you live in a hotel for a couple of days, you get more chances to actually see apartments and some places and some things. But it is a risk, and you have to be aware of it and take the responsibility.
Yeah. I know that I also had that problem. I found my housing really late. And sometimes it is helpful to be here and stay in there, keep hunting. We hope that you're able to find something, but it is difficult.
So we can
so
about the tactile app.
Exactly. There are 4 main pages. The home that gives some updates and kind of the events to check in during that day. There's some information pages, which is more about living in the Netherlands, being a student, more information about the introduction program as an organization. And then I think the most important tab is the events. So here you can check in the events day by day. And then there are some news tabs. We'll go walk through them. Yes. So there's the information tab that talks about living in the Delft, talks about the student life, the introduction program. Basically, this app is like starting in the Netherlands. It has all the information that we give you, but in an app format, so you can digest it at your own time and read through how much you want. And then we have the schedule. So here you can go day by day, and then you can see the events during that day, and then you can get more information about the event, the timing, the location, and kind of what to expect. And one really important note is that in order to attend IP, you have to download the app and you have to be able to check in. So you do this by going in the home, clicking the 3 buttons, going to your profile and showing your QR code. This will be used to check in, and you will get a wristband. This is how you check into the whole of IP, so this is a really important step, and we will have more information about this as we go on, but this is one of the most important functions of Tactile.
So what is very important for you guys to do right now, once you get access to the app, is to make sure that you have this code before coming to the IP and before actually getting in queue for the registration, preferably. I think it helps a lot to also have a screenshot of it, because once you get here, you might not have internet, and it's just gonna make things a little more complicated. So just make sure that once you get the app, you screenshot this screen with the QR code, and you can show it to us once you get here. Because without it, it's a much longer process that. It's not the funnest to go through if you don't have the QR code. So just make sure you have it prepared by the start of the IP. That would be the best. All right. Let's get into the Brightspace course. Right. So the Brightspace account will be activated in the first week of August, so very soon. If it doesn't happen this week, it's probably going to happen at the start of next week. And there you can find most of the information that you find also in the app, but in Brightspace format. And I think that's a little useful for you to just learn how to use Brightspace in general. See all of the content tabs, see how it works, you can play around with it, and you can also learn some new stuff about the Netherlands or the study culture and Delft in general.
And I think it's important to note, like, if you weren't here last week, we did do a whole presentation about Brightspace, about the tabs, about the pages. It is on the YouTube, and Brightspace is the platform that's used to submit and to upload like content for courses and to upload. So this is just the course to get you a bit started in using this platform.
We can also check the questions real quick. Is the app already available? Not yet, very soon. Is it necessary to open a Dutch bank account? It isn't necessary 100%, but it's going to help you a lot.
I think it depends also what you want to do. So like I started working here part-time immediately when I came, and you need almost a Dutch bank account for that. It just makes your life a lot easier when it comes to that. And I know that in the beginning, at least, some cards don't work that well. So it's just, honestly it's a bit relaxing just to have the Dutch.
Yeah, if you have the BSN and your address already, just apply for a card.
Yeah. And personally, it's a good way to budget.
Yeah, true.
So
and I think also the student accounts aren't really very expensive, so there aren't a lot of downsides anyway in just opening a Dutch bank account. It's good to have it there, just
it
to
is
be
good
safe.
to have it.
Yeah. I downloaded the IP app and it's asking me to log in. Should I use the credential for my TUDAL student account? We're going to send an email next week and tell you more about that once the app becomes available. And are there any part-time job opportunities available on campus or within the academic environment? This really depends a lot on the faculty that you're at and how they publish their opportunities. I can speak about my case. So in aerospace, we have this course, which is not a course, it's just a page that's called Students Aerospace Engineering. And there you have a couple of discussion threads where opportunities get posted, either Dream Team opportunities, job opportunities in the aerospace faculty, other opportunities like the IP assistant or IP crew job, IP coach job also get posted in those kind of Brightspace group. But I think it's important to figure out how your faculty does it specifically and where do they post these kind of vacancies. And once you do that, just keep an eye on it and have all of the sources.
But I would say that I feel like TU Delta is quite good at having a lot of like a student assistant and a lot of teacher assistant jobs. I think it is a bit more difficult to get like a teacher assistant job in the first year because you don't know that many of the professors or the teachers, but second year it's easier.
Yeah.
But the student assistant jobs, like from my experience, they're posted also in WhatsApp groups and they're posted in, depending on the faculty. But there is usually a variety. So if you tell a lot of people that you're interested in jobs, if you're open about it, usually you'll be able to get something. Yeah.
Definitely. I totally agree with this. It's just a very nice community in regards to this. So you can find something here.
Yes.
Sule is asking us, I tried registering for IP, but it shows it's sold out. Will you open for more space? So there were a couple of issues on our backend that are now sold, and you shouldn't see that error anymore. So I would say you should try again, and I think it should work now.
Yes.
We're sorry for the inconvenience. Arav is asking, sorry if this is repetitive, but once you get the BSN, but before the residence permit, will that be enough to open a bank account? Yes, from what I'm aware of. But you also have to give them an address in order for them to send you your card and your bank information and all of that. I'm not sure if it has to be the same one that you're registered with the BSN to, but I think that really depends on the specific bank.
Yeah.
So I don't think it should be a problem in principle, but it's better to just ask the bank specifically what are their requirements, let's say. And also, can we talk about Delft Got Talent? We're going to get to that. We have a section of the video where we're just going to talk about all of the events that we're going to have during the IP. And
it's
we're
the next section, so maybe we can go to it already now.
Just one more question here. The website where I registered for the IP program, I can log in. The login page doesn't show the username or password, spaces to fill. I have to go through the email and recover password every time. Please send us an email at ipsummer2025@udelft.nl with your net ID and your student number, and we're going to figure it out and see what happened there. What is an RP? Our RP is a residence permit.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so now we can move on to the next section, which is the actual IP. So this is the schedule. We have already also published it on Instagram as well, so you can check that whenever you want, whenever it's convenient for you. And maybe save the post to have it, just to have it on hand.
And it's important, some of this information may change slightly. So please stay informed on our Instagram, on the Tactile app for the latest information.
Yeah. All right, so we have to talk about the recharge zone, which is a brand new part of the IP here. So you see that it is scheduled basically for every day but Thursday. And this is an area that we wanted to create mostly for students to connect also outside of their groups and within their groups. So the waiting area is gonna have places to sit, to have fun, a more hype area where you are gonna listen to music and DJ. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, we of course recommend you to go first and foremost to the main activities pictured in blue. But if you maybe feel like you're not fitting that well into your group, or if you, I don't know, feel sick, if you want to just meet other people, any other reason you might have, you can just go to the recharge zone and you're probably going to find someone to connect with there. Mm-hmm. That's just an option
exactly
for people to have.
And sometimes the events go quicker than planned, and then you can even meet with your group there. And there is a hype zone, but there's also like a relaxed zone. So if you're feeling maybe a bit overstimulated or overwhelmed, it's also a place to like reconnect with yourself, which is important during IP because it is
overwhelming.
It is overwhelming. It is intense. It's a lot. It's fun. But you do easily get overwhelmed, so having that 10 minutes for yourself where you can just sit and draw something, you can relax, it does a lot.
And some of our events are going to actually happen there, so just keep an eye on the app when it's going to become available, and our Instagram just to know the location and when stuff is going to happen where.
Yeah.
You can also have your lunch there. We're going to have a couple of food trucks, something. And yeah, that's mostly about the recharge zone. So we can just get it straight up into the
events,
into the actual events of the IP.
Exactly.
I would like to check the chat first.
Of course.
So Europeans do not need a residence permit, indeed. Is there a shortcut to adding these events to a Google Apple Calendar? Not right now, but once you get the app, it's gonna be pretty easy to navigate from there. And we're gonna look into maybe making a Google Calendar schedule. That's a very good suggestion. Thanks for that. I think we might add it in the next few days. So keep an eye on the Instagram.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So let's talk about Sunday. You want to start?
Yeah. So the first thing you do, like we mentioned before, you have your tactile app with your check-in code, like you guys know. And you check in, you get a wristband, and you meet your team. So the IP consists of 80 talented coaches that are master students at TU Delft, and they are the ones who will be guiding you through all of the events. That's where you will get to know many people from many different faculties, from many different countries, within your coach group. All of the coach groups have also a city name in the Netherlands, which I didn't realize until later. But it's good to know, so then you can also, maybe as a group, visit the place afterward.
Yeah, that would be quite nice, actually.
Yeah. And then after that, we have the central opening. So this is more practical information about the introduction program. There's some guest speakers to give you more information about the Netherlands. It's a little bit like this presentation, but more in-depth and more practical information throughout the week. And it's nice. You can get to know some of our coworkers, and you get to know more about the introduction program.
Yeah. Then you have a little break.
Yes.
Just so you can get some lunch, maybe hang around the campus a little bit, and then we have the bike sale. So you can just come and get yourself a bike. I think the range is between 50 to 250 euros. Yes. So it's pretty affordable. And then it's gonna make your IP a little easier.
I think your time in the Netherlands is easier. Bike is very important, so if you don't have one by IP, I would really recommend getting one during IP.
Yeah, it's just more convenient, and I didn't realize it till I get here actually. This is a big campus and you're gonna have to walk
a campus.
lot. But also, a lot of your teammates are not gonna have a bike, so it's not really that big of a deal if you don't get one. So maybe synchronize with your group. I think that's the best option.
But I think for me, the problem is I live like 40 minutes away walking, and it takes 15 minutes to bike. So it's a life changer to have a bike.
I cannot even complain. I live in The Hague, so
exactly.
30 minutes by bike and I'm home. But otherwise, I wouldn't want to think about that.
Exactly.
It's way too far.
So bike is really necessary. And then to finalize the evening, we have an opening party. which is actually one of the away events that you're able to participate in. And here you can relax and let loose with your friends, get to know your group a little bit more. But at the same time, we have slow-paced activities. So there's an activity epicenter and culture and activity epicenter called the X.
Yeah, it's everything happens at X. Even though it's sports, it's culture, it's art, it's that's the center.
Yeah, exactly. So there's going to be these slow-paced activities. So if you're not really into partying or feel like winding down more than hyping up, you can go to the slow-paced activities that will be held at X, and there'll be more information in the app as well as on Instagram.
I see we have a question here. Will there be another bike sale at the end of the semester? I'm only there for one semester. So I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. Like, we have the introduction program spring, but only upcoming participants from spring are going to be invited there. And then it's going to be during the vacation between the two semesters. So a lot of students are gone during that time, and if you say that you're here only one semester, I don't think it's going to be very helpful for you, honestly. Yeah. Not sure if this is relevant to the IP, but any tips on getting to know people also outside of Delft as well? I will live in Den Haag and would appreciate any tips on that. So I can give you my idea. I live in The Hague, but I also don't really hang out that much in The Hague. I just recently joined an Instagram group with expats from the Netherlands, and we're talking there about organizing some art gatherings or coffee meetings or stuff like that. But I feel like that's what usually people do, or get into associations or volunteering of some sort that happens in The Hague. I know of a very nice association, for example, that are doing training of dogs to help people with disabilities. So that is very nice if you want to be a part of that. But that is just my personal recommendation to you.
But I think in general it's a good idea to, like, whatever you find interesting, there's probably a group about that topic.
Yeah.
So finding a group with somebody interested, like I like going dancing, so you can go to dance classes in that city, or you can go to whatever hobby you have and going to classes in that place.
Exactly.
Then you get to know more of the local people.
Also going to the gym, hanging around in the area. And I also, what I saw here is I found that a lot of the neighbors are very friendly, actually. And you can also hang out with them. They're quite nice. At least at my block of apartments, we have monthly drinks. I never had this before. So it's kind of crazy to think about.
That's really nice.
But I feel like there are a lot of places where you can meet new people. Yeah. And if The Hague doesn't work, just go to X here on campus, or just on campus in general, and I think you can.
And it's quite close, actually. Like The Hague, Rotterdam, the cities that are close by, like it doesn't take that long, and there's transportation basically like the whole day. Yeah. So it's not that big of a deal having a social life in Delft and living in The Hague or Rotterdam or nearby cities, because the transportation system is quite good here. So you don't have to worry about not getting home and stuff like that.
Yeah, and this is gonna give a couple of cancelled trains, because that happens.
That will happen.
You can't really avoid that completely, unfortunately. But on the bright side, from Den Haag Central, from Delft Station, if you take an intercity, it just takes 10 minutes.
Exactly.
So I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, for sure. Do students usually use helmets? I visited and saw very few people in bike with helmets. What's your opinion, suggestions? No, I feel like no one really wears helmets, but personally, I think it's important to wear it at the start, especially because you don't really know, even if you know how to ride a bike, riding a bike in the Netherlands is a completely different experience. And I feel like at least for the first couple of days, if you feel a little unsure, it would be very good, very, very good to have a helmet. If you feel a bit more confident and you already know your way, like showing the signs, going left, going right, just riding in general, then you can go without one. It's not a legal requirement to have a helmet on the bike. So
no, it's not a legal requirement. I was shocked when I first came to the Netherlands.
Me
and
too.
You see everybody riding with their kids, without bike, without helmets, without anything, but they're very secure on the bike.
Yeah.
And like I was a little bit like, oh, if I wear a helmet, I'll feel ashamed because they will know. They will know anyway. By the way that I ride my bike, so
yeah, you don't have to feel ashamed to ride with a helmet. Just wear it if you feel like it's needed. And I also recommend you to wear it if you use an electric bike or a race bike, because those go over 25 kilometers an hour easily.
Yeah.
And you're gonna break your hand if you fall from that kind of speed, you know. So I recommend using them, even though it might look silly or whatever. It's still your safety. So.
No, and it's really important. Yeah.
But yeah, some people will make fun of you. You can, you know, it is what it is. You gotta get used to that.
Exactly.
All right, so let's move further to Monday. No, not Monday. Actually, we just talked about about the slow-paced activities.
Yes.
Now we move to Monday.
Now we move on.
All right, so I can start. On Monday, we start with the treasure hunt. And for the treasure hunt, we have a couple of surprises. So for the first uppers in the competition, but it's just basically made to bond with your teammates and to have fun around the campus and discuss little places and things in the campus in the process. So we wanna teach you how to use a printer. We want to teach you where the microwaves are. We want to teach you a lot of things while also having fun. Yeah. And we hope to motivate you with some prizes. Then we're going to have the international market. That is going to happen at our research zone. Yeah. So Monday is going to be a very lively day at the research zone.
And during the international market, we will also have a goodie buffet. So we don't have welcome bags anymore, but we will have a welcome bag buffet, so you can take an assortment of sponsored items and get free items, but we want you to pick and choose the ones that you feel like you will actually use, so we try to be a little bit more sustainable.
Yes, and then we're gonna also have during the same time a little surprise. You didn't hear it from me, but there's gonna be
a surprise. But we cannot have any more information. Our coworker will not like us if we do that.
Okay. I'm not telling them.
But it's a surprise, and I think everyone is going to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's during the international market, so make sure that you're gonna be there. The international market, and you're gonna see the surprise. Okay. Then we have you have a little bit of a break, so you can either get a little bit of a walk in the center, get some lunch, dinner at that point, get some dinner, hang around, and then we also have the slow-paced activities that are every day, and the movie night. So I feel like this is pretty iconic. Yeah. I'm actually pretty sad that I never went to a movie night on the library, but it's super nice. You just get to see a movie with your teammates, have a little fun, see how it looks from the top of the library. It's kind of crazy that you can go on top of the library. Yeah.
No, it's really nice, and I think it's one of the best events of the introduction program. It's just very cozy to have an outdoor movie theater on campus. So,
Arava asks which movie. That is a surprise as well. So we cannot tell you yet. But
you can guess.
Yeah. All right. So this is mostly Monday. I think we can.
Move on.
No, I wrote something here about the slow-paced activities. All right. Okay, and then we can move on to Tuesday and also talk about Velka talent because someone asked in the chat.
Exactly. So for Tuesday, it will start with campus discovery. And you will all be given a map and you will get to know some of the more iconic locations of the campus. So these are places that usually you wouldn't go to as a student, you don't really have access to, but because of the IP, we're able to give access to everyone. So these are actually really cool places in the campus, a lot of cool research areas that you're able to see. And then,
yeah, for example, the echoic, anechoic chamber,
exactly.
It's the towing tank. There are just such nice places that if you're not a student of those faculties and if you don't know about the places first and foremost, you're never going to see them. So we really recommend participating.
Exactly.
And also the guides are very nice and welcoming, and are going to explain to you exactly what's happening there. So you're just not looking at a random room, but actually talking with researchers and professors, and
exactly.
I think that's quite nice.
No, it's really, really nice. I love the campus discovery when I had it. And then we will have the Ideathon, which is you will get a brief from a company, and then you will have 2 hours to work on a challenge with your group, and then you will present the challenge to the company and have an exhibition where the companies will also attend. So it's a great networking opportunity to get to know some more companies, to work on a real world challenge. And personally, I'm really excited about the Ideathon. It's usually very fun, it's very intense, it's a good way to challenge yourself and challenge your group. And then we have Delft Got Talent.
Yes, so Delft Got Talent is a challenge. You can just sign up if you like performing, even if it's performing arts like theater or singing or dancing or anything you like of the sort, or if it's something more niche. If you're
really good at juggling, if you're good at some martial arts, if whatever you...
Even like stand-up comedy.
Even stand-up comedy.
Yeah, it could be anything. And we're gonna have up to 15 participants.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a very interesting night. I also participated in my first year here and it was very fun. So I really recommend it if you're a performer.
Exactly.
And the registration form is going to close up also pretty soon, so make sure you go to our Instagram and sign up, and you're going to see there exactly everything that you have to send. You're going to have to send a little performance, tell us a little about yourself, and then we're going to get in contact with you to talk about the checks and everything. And I'm going to check now if there are any questions in the chat.
Yes, I can see here.
This. So Laura is asking us if we need to bring our laptops for the Ideathon.
Yes, we do. I think that is a good recommendation. So part of the Ideathon is also getting to know Brightspace a bit more. So we do ask you to upload via your laptop and to have that accessible to be able to do some research. It's also a good way to get to know more of the companies. You can check out the links in the companies. So I would recommend bringing your laptop.
But I think that's not possible, or you don't have a laptop yet.
If you don't have a laptop,
you can share a laptop.
No, you can share a laptop, but in general, it's a good opportunity to get to know, to sign up to the Wi-Fi, to do all these practical things that
especially the Wi-Fi
reduce the stress when you actually start your studies.
Definitely. All right. And then we have here some welcome activities in the evening. So these activities are mostly going to be organized by international associations from the TU Delft, and we're going to publish the exact activities a couple of days before, so you can choose where you want to spend your time. But of course, please go to the Delft Got Talent first and support your teammates if they're participating, or just go and watch, because it's just fun.
It's really nice. I got goosebumps multiple times last year. People are amazing at performing. I'm not a performer, but I love watching the performers.
There are so many surprising performances.
Super surprising. And talent from all over, and it's beautiful. I recommend signing up if you do have a talent, or going if you don't.
All right. I'll check the chat again. No, there's nothing there. Perfect. Because I know someone asked about the Delft Got Talent, but then they left. So, all right.
You can watch the video later.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So Wednesday. Oh yeah, we talk about welcome activities here. Nice. All right. So we start Wednesday with a feedback workshop, and this is a mandatory workshop for everyone. We really, really recommend you go there and listen, because you're gonna need it.
And I think it's good,
Yeah.
to learn how to give feedback to your peers, to learn how to receive feedback. It's just a good skill to have in life, regardless of where you get it from, regardless of what life. It's important to know.
Then we're gonna have the activity market, and I wanna make it clear already because we already have the international market for associations. So the main difference between these two is the type of associations that are coming. Here at the activity market, you can find most of the associations that do sports, that do more social stuff, for example, crocheting or
art,
improv club, or art or culture. Anything that you can think of, that's probably gonna be there, because it's every association in TU Delft basically comes to this activity market, and it is an event that we're doing in collaboration with OA, so it is supposed to be aimed at everyone.
So it's done in collaboration with OA and X, the activity hub that we were talking about before. And even if you're not necessarily interested in joining like a student association, it's also just nice to come. Usually there's some nice performances, so I really recommend going. And then after that we have workshops where you can choose from a variation of interesting workshops. You can find more information about the different types of workshops in the Tactile app. But anything from safe biking to learning Dutch to how to reduce burnout. So they're quite fun, interactive workshops you can join. So definitely check those out. And then, like the day before, associations will also be having welcome activities on the Wednesday. So check these out if you're interested in any of the associations. It's a good kind of trial period.
Yeah, just to see if you like the group, if you enjoy the kind of activities that they usually do, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we also, another little thing that I want to mention, just so they are prepared. So these activities, for example, for the workshops, there are going to be a limited numbers. So it's very important that you sign up to them. And you're going to see everything about signing up in the actual Tactile app.
Exactly.
So once that gets opened up for you guys, I think it's important to check when you're going to have actually access to it. Especially if you want to see something like really bad, keep an eye on it because, the places, the seats are limited and someone might be quicker than you.
And we will also have notifications in the Tactile app when registrations open up and stuff, so keep an eye on that and also turn on notifications for Tactile.
But like everything that you're gonna have to know and it's gonna be important, like don't worry about losing information or anything because everything that's gonna be important to you is gonna be mentioned in the opening ceremony. So all of this information that we're telling you right now is gonna get refreshed and it's gonna get much more clearer than what do you want to do, where do you want to go, what your group likes, etc.
Exactly.
All right.
Let's go to the final day.
Final day of the hype. All right. So that is. Oh, hello.
No.
Now it works. Okay.
Let's see.
Then we get Thursday. All right. So on Thursday we have a pretty special day.
So Thursday, it's a little bit about exploring yourself first. So we have Explore Delft and a Canal Cruise. So Explore Delft, you'll be given like a guide, but this is a self-guided tour. So you can decide to get together with your group and explore Delft. There's also a Canal Cruise, which you have to get a ticket for and pay for, but it's at a discounted price compared to normal price. So I think it's around €6.50 compared to €13.50. And having done this cruise, I really recommend doing it at the start of your studies. So you get to know all these quirky facts about Delft. So if people come visit you, you're able to guide them a bit better. And a lot of the Canal Cruise guides, they're actually also students in Delft. So they know a lot and they know a lot about what it's like to also study there. So you can get some insider information there as well. And then we will have a flag photo. So this is where you will bring your country's flag and we will be on top of the library. If it's bad weather, we'll probably be inside.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, and hopefully we can take our epic photo on top of the library like you see here. And then we will have the closing ceremony, which we will get the prizes from the different events. We will show a nice after movie, and we'll show some pictures of the throughout the week. And then we will have a party.
Yeah, and during the party, we're gonna have a couple of DJs.
Yes.
We're gonna have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
For you. And yeah, just a lot of fun and dance and just a nice way
To end IP.
Yeah, and that's kind of it for the IP. This is what's gonna happen during those days.
Yes.
We have a little overview over here. So registered by the 3rd of August. That's when registrations close. If you have any kind of problems with registration, please email us at ipsummer2025@tudelft.nl. Anuj will put this link in the chat for the email. For the ticket events, as I mentioned, check if you're really interested about something. Check when you have to get your ticket. And for the registration, you're gonna get a little wristband, which you're not allowed to take off the whole week. So that is very important to remember. Please don't take your bracelet off. Because it's having this little chip, and we're gonna basically scan it for you to get to all of the events. And if you don't have it, how are you gonna get in?
Exactly.
But in any case, if that happens, we're also gonna have an IP spot for questions, and you can come and get some help. But let's not get to that. All right. For the Delft Got Talent, auditions already opened up, so you can send us your applications. And there are exciting prizes, so take that in mind. Sign up. And we also have late participation.
Yeah, I think late participation in general, you can email us if there is something, but it's okay to come one day late or something. Just inform your team's coach. We want everybody to enjoy IP, so it's up to you to join as many days as possible. We recommend all of the days, but if you can only join a couple of the days, we're just happy to have you there. If you do arrive late, you have to check in at the info point instead. So that will be in the recharge zone. And more of this information is on Tactile as well as on social media. So check that out.
Yeah, definitely. This is our Instagram handle, so please go check it out. We already have made a couple of posts more about the Netherlands, more about what we expect when coming here, explaining what IP is all about. So just give them a little scroll and check it out.
Exactly.
And yes, now we can, we are already taking questions for sure, but now we can only focus on the questions if there are any.
Yes, so Laura, you're saying you didn't understand if we need other tickets than the QR code of the registration to participate. So some of the events have a maximum capacity. So therefore we will ask you to get a ticket for it. These will be free of charge. It's just that you have to sign up. For example,
reserve your place basically, but it's free.
Yeah. For example, the movie night only has a certain capacity that they can handle on top of the library. Therefore, we have to ask for a maximum amount. So that's what that is.
Yeah, once you get your wristband, that's basically your center for all of the events that are going to happen. So once you sign up through the app, it's going to reflect on your wristband, and then you can use it to get in.
Yeah. And Alice, there was something wrong with the back end. So the tickets before said that they were sold out, but it should be working now, so you can just try again. Yeah.
All right. It sounds like we're at the end.
Yes. Are you guys feeling excited to come?
We hope you are.
Curious.
Because I think it's gonna be a very nice IP.
We're trying at least. That's what you can do, right?
Yeah.
no, but I think honestly, I know IP for me, it was really nice, and it is overwhelming to go to a new country or to be in a new city, and just getting to know some people, finding a group of people that you can rely on, it does a lot. So I really recommend having that as an initial point in Duff. Like I recommend everybody to go to IP because it does a lot.
All right then. So I think we're done for the day. We're gonna, of course, save this recording for future use. You can watch it wherever you want and find out more about IP again. And thank you so much for attending and for asking us questions. Hope it was clear
and helpful.
Yeah. And we will see you at the IP, hopefully.
Yes.
Bye. Bye.